The first video assessment of the Alfa Romeo 75 from 1988, so it's the 3 litre V6 version, so it's the range topping Alfa 75. Alfa 75 named 75 because it celebrated 75 years of Alfa Romeo manufacture, and some people say this is the last true Alfa Romeo before Alfa Romeo was bought by Fiat. So let's have a quick walk around. It's looking very tatty at the moment. Lots of corrosion, so I've stripped the front bumpers and the lights off just to see what we're dealing with underneath. It's had a minor bump at the front corner that needs to be straightened out, but there's nothing too significant there. The front suspension has got heavy surface corrosion. It looks pretty grim, but it's all intact and solid, so I think I'll drop the suspension front and rear off and have it blasted and powder coated to bring it back to good condition. The towing hook at the front has got corrosion, that will need some welding doing. If I move around to this side, so you'll see that on the car it has these plastic covers that go over the sills and also over the wheel arches, and these are renowned for trapping dirt and moisture behind them and allowing the car to rot out. And this is how most cars meet their end. And this car, because it's spent the last 10 years in the south of France, is, even though it looks really bad, it's remarkably good. So the sills themselves are holed along several sections along the bottom, and the jacking points where you insert the jack to raise the car are corroded. So I'm going to need to plate new sections into the floor there. The inner sill needs a little bit of work, but I've honestly seen a lot worse. And then if I go to the rear of the car, this is where the main corrosion is in the structure of the car. So the actual jacking point is now just a hole up inside the car. So there's a fair bit of corrosion, and all this is based around the plastic covers that go onto the sills. And you'll see that the wheel arch as well is heavily corroded. But if I go back under the car, an interesting thing about these cars is that the engine is mounted in the usual place at the front, and there's a prop shaft that transmits engine speed all the way down to the rear of the car, which is where the rear transaxle or transmission is mounted in the rear of the car. And Alfa did this to give a better weight distribution, to try and aim for the ideal 50-50 front to rear weight distribution on the car to improve the handling. Rear suspension is de Dion, and again, as I said at the front, I think I'll drop this down and send it away to get it blasted and powder coated. And then everywhere else, I've had a good prod around. Everywhere else, as much as it looks a little bit tatty, it's structurally it's okay. It just needs to be rust treated and taken back, and just make sure that the metalwork is good. There's a few localized areas, such as where the bumper hangs, which have rotted through, so I'll have to fabricate some sections for those. But generally, a cool car. So the job for today, really, now I've had a prod around under here, the job for today is to try and get the engine running before I start dropping major mechanical parts out of the car. So I'll keep following it. It's going to be an amazing project this when it's finished.